Get ready. The Grizz are set to become the first FCS team ever to play 8 regular season home games in 2025. Now, this is something that I think is really crazy because if you really think about it, the Grizz are only going to play 4 away games. Could you imagine only playing 4 away games? Like, I think there was a year that we played 7 home games, and that might have been a year that we had 12 regular season games, so we played 5 away. But here's some information about it. The Grizz start the season with 4 consecutive home games in September and 6 of their first 7 inside Washington Grizzly Stadium through mid-October. So through mid-October, the Grizz in 2025, not this year, this is 2025, they would only have to leave Montana 1 time until October. That is a plus. And I mean, everybody saw how beneficial the Grizz's home field advantage was this year. I mean, they went undefeated at home, and they were able to wallop some teams at home, and the home field advantage played a great bit. I mean, it played well for the Grizz, and all the amount of false starts that they were able to get, keeping teams off balance, keeping teams uncomfortable. Like, that was amazing that the Grizz were able to do that this year. And if they were able to do that year in 2025 when they have 8 home games, I mean, oh my goodness. That's going to be amazing. Oh my gosh. Anyway, home games against Eastern Washington and Montana State will cap an exciting regular season home slate in November. Only 4 away games. One thing I would say, and one of my questions that I had written down in my notes about this is this like unfair for other Big Sky teams? Other Big Sky teams don't have the type of home field advantage that Montana has. But also, is it unfair that Montana, I would love to see the other 2025 schedules for some of the other teams. But is this unfair for, other Big Sky schools that Montana's going to get 8 home games and they might maybe get 6 or 7? I guess it all comes down to how the way you schedule. So, I mean, if your athletic department's not able to schedule the way Ken Haslam and the Montana athletic department is, I get that and I understand that. But, is this something that creates an unfair advantage for Montana, given that we have a great home field advantage, given that we have a great home crowd, and, that helps us win games? Is this unfair for the other Big Sky teams? I don't think it's really unfair. I think it's just the nature of the business. But I wanted to get you guys' thoughts. If you guys think this is unfair, if you guys think, this is kind of lean towards Montana, this gives Montana, an unfair advantage and wins or something. I mean, at the end of the day, and this is what coaches and anybody who's involved with football is going to say anyway, you play the games that are in front of you, and you got to win the games, whether you're at home on the road. So I don't think a lot of coaches would find problem. I mean, there might be coaches. I mean, we live in the 2024 in the 20th century, in the 21st century, and I think people find a problem with anything. So there could be some issues with this. People might have a problem with it, but I mean, if it got approved and if it's happening, I don't think that it's illegal. It just feels weird, like only 4 away games and you're not even leaving Montana but once until mid-October. Like, that's crazy. And only 4. I mean, only 4. There's 12 games in the season and you're going to play 8 at home. The first 6 of 7 are at home. Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. What are you guys' thoughts about that? I thought that was interesting.